Hello, this is Will from JourneyToWallStreet.blogspot.com. I'm doing my trade reviews for April 4th, 2012. So as you can see from my P&L here, I didn't really have a good day. Um, it started off bad, and I thought I did some decent trades, and finally it just it just stopped making sense. Today didn't really feel like a day I should be proud of, not at all. So let's take a look at some of the trades. First trade today was in APC. So good question is, what was I thinking in APC? So first and foremost, I had an indicator that showed me the opening range. So I was sort of thinking that excuse me, today is a pretty down day on the market, so I would be looking to short. So when I first saw APC, I was kind of looking at kind of this 15-minute bar here, kind of it being bouncing off the opening range low. So I thought if it goes down, there's a chance that it will follow through to the downside, and it did initially, but boom, it popped right back up, and I just had too much size, and it just took me out of the position pretty quickly. This trade didn't feel satisfying at all. It felt like I didn't really have a trade. I just saw something and I wanted to short. It was just an afterthought of the actual play. So immediately, right off the bat, just bad trading. Then I move over to Goldman Sachs, and for some reason I thought this was a better trade, at least conceptually. So I looked at it when it was trading like this. I thought, hey, okay, interesting pattern, nice kind of descending triangle down there, sort of, right? Oops. So I bought some in this area, and my whole plan was once it broke out, I'll buy some more, and that's what happened there. And if you sort of look at the 15-minute bar, it kind of aligned with a 15-minute bar breakout. So I established my position around here, added around here. So what happened the rest of the day, or at least the rest of the trade which I was involved in? Absolutely nothing. Kind of just stalled. Tried to push up, couldn't do it. Came back down and just stalled. So that kind of brought to my attention, where is this setup a really good play? I mean, if it was just this pattern alone, maybe it could be a pullback, but if you look on the bigger picture, Goldman doesn't look good here. It doesn't really look good. It doesn't really look good here. I mean, it tried to break out, but all these candles just counteract all the strength that it had off of the lows from the open. So was this even the high probability play, even though it was a clear break and a 15-minute bar breakout or whatever? So should I have been in the amount of size that I was? Basically, I used up all my buying power for this, and it just didn't let me do anything. So eventually I started I think I raised my stop for some of my trades, or some of my lots. So I got out probably around here, and finally I got so fed up with this not doing anything, I just hit the bids, like maybe around right here. I didn't care at that point. So I mean, I would have been stopped out anyways ultimately, because my stop was below this area. but I don't know, just spent too much time on this, too much time and energy on this trade that did nothing. MCP was another trade that I was in. So I noticed that it was kind of holding this area pretty well, 3380. I saw a relatively large bid, excuse me, large bid on the level 2. It was for about 60,000 shares on Edge X, and it was, I mean, the tape, it kind of, it wasn't hitting the bids aggressively, but that order was clearly there. So I kind of got involved maybe around this area, and it kept going, it kept going. So I wanted to get in with a lot of size in front of the bid. So I think at one point I had 1,500 shares. But I sort of thought, like, you know, MCP kind of sucks in terms of the way it trades. So I hit out of most of it just to be in a reasonable amount of shares. And it was a really good thing I did, because at this point the order just got filled super quick, and it just dropped and stopped me out, and I had a little bit of slippage. So it came right back, and it kind of bounced off of it again. But at that point I wasn't involved with the trade because of what happened here. Maybe if I was involved, then I would have at least caught 20-cent move here. If I came right back, and maybe give it another try, catch another 20 cents, and eventually get stopped out of the rest around here. I don't know, but MCP just traded nasty the rest of the way. And finally, once it dropped it for good, then it just tanked from there. I mean, I should have been looking short below that area. I don't know, but it was just kind of. I didn't have a strategy. I didn't have a game plan. That's what it came down to. Sndk was another stock I traded. I wish I could tell you that I saw some pretty controlled selling, and every time it came back up about 10 cents or whatever, that I was able to short and capture this big move, because that's what I should have done. But nope. Instead, you know, I thought I saw some buying at the 30. So I was thinking, okay, maybe give that a shot. So by the time I actually did do it, it was kind of right here. So it was too late. So I wanted to bid 30s. Actually, no, make that 20s. It was 20s. I did start noticing a 30 buyer, but I wanted to bid 20s and sell 33s, because it kind of 33 was kind of right. It tested multiple times, so I bid 30s. I bid 20s. Tried to sell 33s, but as you can see, it never retraced that high, and eventually it just tanked. Here, I got stopped out of this candle, but because it came right back up to the 20, I thought, hey, maybe that guy dropped and came back. So I gave it another try, this time with even more size, to again get the 20 to 33, but it dropped again, a little bit slippage, and there you have it. There goes my day. So I guess what I really want to take away from today is I need to do a better job at kind of understanding the bigger picture, understanding the larger time frames, the longer time frames, and really have a clear trade and a clear plan of how I want to approach today. As you can see, all the trades that I told you, besides my first one in APC, they're all longs. And if you look at the market today, it's nothing really about the, well, at least the early part of the morning, that spoke long at all. And that just I don't know, I just really need to work on it. So I had a discussion with the pros pro, and he gave me some ideas of what I need to do to try to really motivate myself in the right areas and focus my energy towards things that will actually help me accomplish my goal. And my short-term goal right now is to just have an actual strategy that I want to invoke it during the day. I want to be able to have specific things that I want to see, so I'd be able to trade those and be ready for it, rather than, you know, this looks weak, let's see what's there. This look weak, let's see what's there. And oh hey, there's a triangle. I know what a triangle looks like. Then and let's see what's there. I wanna have a better approach, I guess. So I don't know. It's a kind of interesting how this month is the time I wanted to push myself really hard, but I've been having what, 3 losing days in a row now, or a couple of losing days in a row now. But you know, that's fine for what I'm trying to do. So I just keep pushing myself. That's all I can do. You learn from your mistakes, have a better game plan, a better understanding of what you need to do to get to where you want to be, and just execute it. So I'll be working on that for most of tonight, most of this weekend, and most of this month. So we'll see how far it'll go. I just want to update you on a couple of swing trades that I had. So I told you that I was in XCA above 26, sold off some and kept some. So as you can see, it still looks good here on the daily. There's nothing wrong with it. But today, when I woke up, for whatever reason, I had a stop order set for 25.50, which is below this bull flag area here. You know, gotta have stops to protect myself. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it happened in the pre-market where I don't really see it here, but my order was triggered, and I ended up selling for whatever reason at 26.30, even though my stop was way down here and it didn't trade anywhere close to there. So I got screwed out of this position, but I actually re-entered around here just because I still like the stock, so I had no reason to get out completely, even though I was forced to out here. Happened to me in Rovi as well. I think I had my stop order around like 31.50, and I was triggered out somewhere down there ridiculously, and I didn't like that at all. So I kind of rebought around here, and you know, I'm still okay with this position. It's still it's still looking okay on the daily. Kind of almost peeking out of this downtrend area. So I'm fine with that trade. Another new position I got into today was in Netflix. I kind of like this 110 area. I thought it would be a pretty nice support. So I got in some for a swing, kind of noticing that it's pulling back here. This is actually an inside day. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. My stop is below yesterday's low of the day. But I do plan on adding, if it breaks above the high, yesterday's high, because it would confirm this little pullback pattern. And this bar here is also the NR7 bar, which is the narrowest bar in the last 7 bars. So maybe it has potential to pop through, but of course that only matters if the overall market cooperates. So there you have it. Disappointing day, but I do have a plan to get better. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.